In today's video we are going to look at another mobile application that you can install, and by pressing a button once every 12 hours in this case, you will receive a new cryptocurrency in the making called Ant Coin. The app I'm talking about is called Ant Network, and during this video, I'm gonna try to share with you my opinion based on the information available on the website, and within the app, if Ant Network is actually legit, so worth your time, or if it's likely just a waste of your time, and probably not worth spending the few seconds. However, it's important to keep in mind that as mentioned, what I'm sharing here is my opinion and my conclusions. So besides the informations that you receive in this video, you might want to check out the white paper yourself, and do some more research on your own to decide for yourself. So before we get into the topic of the video, this is Make Money Online channel Mastermind, and welcome to the channel where I teach you tips and tricks on how to make money online. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so you stay updated whenever a new video is up. Also, please don't forget to smash a like button, and if you have any questions, concerns or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you want to use Ant Network or not, if you haven't signed up yet for Ant Network, and you want to go ahead, you can use the link in description down below, and the referral code that you find there, and you will receive 1 Ant coin as sign up bonus. However, if somebody else already before me told you about Ant Network, then do the right thing and use their referral code, since technically they are the ones that introduced you to the platform. Since the only thing you would technically lose if Ant Network turns out to be some fake project or scam would be the few seconds that you invested to open the app, and push the button once or twice per day. You'll also have to ask yourself, what do you technically stand to lose? Would you rather regret it to figure out in a year from now, or a few months from now that the project indeed is, or was a waste of time and you just wasted a few seconds? Or would you eventually regret it more if you realize Ant Network turns into a real cryptocurrency and achieves a real value? And suddenly you know that you missed out on another opportunity. With all of that out of the way, let's get started and take a look at Ant Network. And I want to mention straight away, Ant Network is currently only available for Android, so if you're an iOS user, you cannot install it on your phone. However, if you also own a computer, you could technically install an application called BlueStacks on your computer, which serves as an Android emulator, so you would have a virtual or emulated Android phone running on your computer, and you could install the application. Now let's take a look at the app, and what we can learn from there. So first of all, we noticed that the interface is quite similar to other applications that we looked at in the past, like Pi Network, B Network, Alpha Network and so on. So we have our current balance, which is currently increasing, and the current mining rate is 2 Ant coin per hour, and below that we can see my team, and once we scroll down a little bit, we can also see that there's a stake, burn and package section, which would allow us to stake Ant coin. However, I was so far not able to find any information about how much staking rewards we would receive. For those of you that are not familiar with staking, in all other cryptocurrencies, so in and coin as well, staking would mean that you lock in some of your coins, so you cannot spend them for a certain period of time, or you cannot transfer them and so on, and in return to that, you would get interest on those coins. So basically, just for not using your coins, you would receive extra coins, which usually is a great idea. However, again, I was not able to find any details as to the staking rewards. Maybe somebody else is able to find them, and can share them in the comments down below. But that by itself is already an interesting feature. Moving on, we can see that just like in other projects with new user milestones, the mining rate halves. So initially the mining rate for the first 10,000 users was 4 Ant coins per hour, and once that milestone got reached, it halved to 2 Ant coins per hour for everyone. And once the project crossed 500,000 users, it halves again to 1 Ant coin per hour, and the next halving would be at 500 million users. Now if you consider the growth rate of other projects, like B Network, Pi Network and so on, the 500 million milestone is actually something quite far away, in my opinion, because most of those projects, even though if they're on the market longer, or have great marketing, still are below 20 million users. So Ant coin probably will also have a tough time ever reaching the 500 million users milestone, in my opinion. But obviously I might be wrong here, and it might go faster than expected. It's important to know, however, that the halving will always affect all users. So if you sign up now, you earn 1 Ant coin per hour. But if Ant Network ever crosses the 500 million users milestone, your mining rate would also be reduced to 0.5 Ant coins per hour. Now below that we have a package session, which is one of the things that I actually don't like about the app. You can actually buy mining speed, so you can either here click on update, or you can scroll all the way to the right, and click on go to view all packages, which will open the list of packages in your browser, and you can see that you can pay with cryptocurrency to update your mining speed. Now one of the reasons why I don't like the aspect that you can spend real money to increase your mining speed is unless the project actually succeeds, you're spending real money, but you have no guarantee that you get anything valuable in return. So offering paid packages like Ant Network does here is in my opinion a huge red flag, because it means you get to spend your real money, but you don't know if you will get anything valuable in return. The project could still fail, and in the end, the creators of the application could maybe just aim for getting enough people to risk some of their money, maybe thinking it's just $5. What do I have to lose, or maybe it's just $10 and so on, and in the end, those small payments sum up for the creators of the application, and they would then run away with a lot of money. But obviously based on the information that we reviewed so far in this video, we have no solid evidence that would say Ant Network is legit or Ant Network is a scam. However, personally, I would never buy any of those packages, unless there is solid proof that the project is actually legit, and I can crunch the numbers and figure out that it's a profitable decision for me to do so. The way it looks right now, at least in my opinion, is the only person or people profiting from those packages are the creators of the app, especially because you can pay with cryptocurrency, which means your payments are pretty much anonymous, which means it's easier for the creators to run away with the money if Ant Network turns out to be a scam. And just like in other applications like B Network, the next thing we find is actually a news section that provides news about Ant Networks. So what is Antcoin, when the mining started, the first halving and so on? So it's just to keep you informed, and I think it's a good way to make sure users stay informed about the project. Now before we move on to the next section of the app, I also want to cover something that kind of gets lost a lot of the time. When we are talking about mining Antcoin on your phone, you're technically not mining, because no application on iOS or Android is able to mine on your phone, at least not if you install it from the App Store or the Google Play Store, because both stores have restrictions in place that don't allow apps to use the phone's hardware for mining, which means every time you push the button to start your mining session, you're actually not starting a mining session, but it's just sending some comment to the server off Ant Network. They register your username and that you start it right now, and it keeps an internal counter going to then credit you Antcoin, or it's just an internal counter, and once the project turns into a real cryptocurrency, you will receive those Antcoins, but we cover that part along the video as well. Moving on, going to the next section of the application, we can see our current total balance, split up into staking and other aspects of the app, and we can also click on rank to see a global ranking. Now that kind of like gamifies the whole experience, because obviously when you look at the leaderboard, you would feel motivated to okay, what can I do to actually make it to spot number 1? Besides that, there is not much information in this section, and we can move on to the next part of the application, which would contain our team, and in my case my team is currently empty, so I'm able to send him a ping, and he should get a push notification that he should start mining again. It doesn't really make a difference for me. However, when you invite users and they are also listed in your team, when they are active, your mining rate is higher. When they are not active, your mining rate is the same as it usually would be. Besides that, this section, as you notice, also contains price information for other cryptocurrencies. Last but not least in the app, if we go to the profile section, you can see your current balance, you can see your username, the referral, so the referral code that you used for signing up, your wallet ID, which is an important aspect, because it points towards Ant Network actually already being some kind of cryptocurrency. Again, we're going to learn more about that once we look at the white paper, a transfer option that only becomes available once you have at least 1,000 coins, although the question would be where you will be able to transfer those coins, and if you can use them on some exchange or registration time, when you had your last mining session, a performance value that I wasn't able to figure out so far, and other links to the FAQ white paper, Telegram and so on. So overall, just based on the app, the project is very similar to many other things that we looked at. One nice difference is that there is already a wallet ID, so a personal wallet, which means or indicates that there's some transfers possible or should be possible, which makes it possible that the coin actually already has a value, because if you're able to transfer coins, even if it's just to other Ant Network users, you would just have to find somebody who's willing to accept Ant coins as payment for something, and therefore the coin technically already has a value. However, since I just started mining, I'm not able to test that transfer feature right now. But I'm quite confident that it works as advertised, and that once you have 1,000 Ant coins that you will be able to send them to another user's wallet address. The big question here is if that transfer would just be an internal transfer, so something within a regular database on the Ant Network servers, or if the transfer would actually already happen on a blockchain. With that, we conclude the review of the app itself, and we move on and take a look at the Ant Network website, and what kind of information we can find there. As always, for that purpose, As you can see, the Ant Network website also looks very simple. There is not a lot of information. The first thing we see Ant Network in the download link. However, as mentioned, the download is only available for Android at the moment, so it will take you to the Google Play Store. The Learn More button, on the other hand, already provides you with some information of what Ant Network tries to accomplish. They are trying to build a crypto advertising network with privacy-focused social network and a video sharing system. Now, from the projects we looked at so far, B Network, Pi Network and so on, none of them had that goal. But to be honest, that's actually a goal I don't necessarily believe in. If we jump ahead a little bit and take a look at the white paper, you can see besides the introduction, it always points out that the project is mobile mining, and it's no energy consumption, and therefore better than Bitcoin and so on. The objective of the project mentions the $400 billion advertising industry and outlines how Ant Network will try to basically get a share of that. And the idea kinda is to take away the middleman. So right now a company would spend money on YouTube, or on Facebook or on Google to run ads, and then especially on YouTube, the platform would get some money, but the YouTube creators would also get some of the money, and Ant Network's idea is to remove the middleman. So in the end, not only will creators get more money, but also the people viewing the ad should get some rewards. They also point out that in order to achieve that goal, they will actually have to build separate projects along the way. So those are like necessary requirements to achieve that one goal, like their privacy-centered social media network. And the problem that I see with that is, why should a user switch to another social media platform if all their friends and acquaintances are not there? So while you might be somebody who's interested in cryptocurrency, and maybe even privacy-centered, so you want to use a social media platform that doesn't share your data with everyone and so on, but in the end, most of your acquaintances might be in quotes regular people that just don't care about things like that. They don't think about it that much. If that's good, the bad is another question. However, the core point is most people will simply not switch to a new platform when all they need is already on their existing social media platforms. Another huge problem that I see with crypto-based social media platforms. On one hand, one can argue that it's great, because they are resistant to censorship, because everything on the blockchain is there permanently. On the other hand, that also means that if somebody would share some illegal content, let's say for example worst case like, I don't know, like a child pornography video or something like that, that video would not be removable from the blockchain. So while then any platform that's built on top of that blockchain could technically hide the content from the app, the content would still exist on the blockchain, which means other technical gifted users could just write their own solution that uses that blockchain data to still have access to certain videos and content that actually should definitely not be on the internet. Besides that, if we go back and focus again on the white paper, we can actually not see very much. So it talks a lot about the social media aspect and so on. Eventually you can see the roadmap, which points out that we are currently here. We had the first halving on May 8th, and in the second quarter of this year, and that work also plans a private token sale. So they plan to pre-sell or sell tokens, and therefore make money from people that might believe in the project. And again, they are going a way that's different from other projects. Instead of using advertising revenue or looking for general investors before the start, they will launch their private token sale. They will make money from that sale, and either they will be able to deliver on their project, or they won't. In any case, the creators of the project likely will still walk away with a profit. Last but not least, they plan to reach their first target, so to establish a video content sharing network, based on crypto by the end of this year and to get listed on an exchange on the first exchange by the second quarter of next year. Now, if we consider the crypto video sharing system, there are already similar projects out there, like for example Odyssey, which is kind of like a crypto-based or a blockchain for video sharing, and on top of that, there is an app called Library or LBRY, that uses that blockchain and tries to be a competitor to YouTube, based on the blockchain where users receive library tokens or coins in return for watching videos, and creators get paid in those tokens and coins for views and tips and so on as well. However, the same problem applies like second social media network, based on crypto. If all the creators you enjoy watching on YouTube, but only a few of them on Ant Network's crypto video sharing solution, then why should you use both apps? You probably will not do that, because you don't want to put in the extra effort, and you will just follow everyone on YouTube. The second problem, again as mentioned, is since it's based on the blockchain, it means content that's once uploaded cannot be removed anymore. Which also means technically if somebody just uploads the latest DC movies there, while whichever application is built on top of the blockchain could technically hide the content, once DC files a complaint or a takedown notice, However, the content would still be on the blockchain, which means somebody else could just write an application that uses the blockchain, and just ignores the hidden content in quotes and shows it as well, which means it's a very, very bad idea. I know that censorship is bad in some way. However, because we unfortunately live in the world where so many people don't care about the rights of others, and don't care about what's legal or illegal, we need some kind of moderation, and moderation doesn't mean censorship. Moderation means if somebody just downloads my videos and re-uploads them again, so they try to benefit from my work that I put into creating the content, I have a way to get those videos taken down. In my opinion, blockchains, cryptocurrency, smart contracts, and all those things are definitely great things that have appliances in many areas of our life, and will improve certain things drastically. However, there are areas in our life where blockchain and cryptocurrencies and crypto projects just have no purpose of being, because while they might mean well, in the end they are not creating something that provides more value, but they are actually creating an infrastructure that just makes it easier for certain people to share content that shouldn't be shared in the first place. But that's again just my opinion, and it's my reasoning why I think even if Ant Network is a legitimate project, they will fail in the long run. Last but not least, in the white paper we can see one interesting piece of information, and that is that Ant Coin or NC is a Tron-based, TRC20 token, which is obviously a great piece of information, because if we combine that with the wallet ID that we saw in the app, and with the fact that, once you have at least 1,000 Ant Coin you are able to transfer them, you should technically be able to withdraw or transfer your Ant Coins from the Ant Network application into your wallet, assuming your wallet supports TRC20 tokens. However, that doesn't mean that you will be able to then exchange those coins into any other currency, because checking CoinMarketCap, I couldn't find NC listed there. Therefore, I don't think there is currently any exchange that will allow you to change or exchange NC in, for example, Bitcoin, USDT or anything else. So while you might be able to already transfer NC from the wallet or from the Ant Network application into your Tron wallet, you wouldn't be able to actually then exchange it for any kind of real currency or other cryptocurrency. And with that, we finish the white paper and we can go back to the home page. We also, if we look at the main menu, see that we have the package section, which obviously is about buying the packages that we already looked at in the mobile application, and an FAQ section. Now if we scroll down further, on the main page we can see that there's not much information other than the things that we already discussed. And besides links to the Play Store, the Twitter account of Ant Network, and a Telegram channel, there's actually a lot of things still missing. Like for example a privacy policy or information about the company behind Ant Network. Overall, considering information that we saw in the app, and on the website, I would actually say that Ant Network is most likely a waste of time. Even if the project is legit and turns out to be serious about their social media network video sharing platform and so on, I think they will fail, because they will not get the critical mass of users needed to actually use their applications to get advertisers and give Coin a real purpose. There might be enough people that sign up right now for the free mining, but most of those users will never actually start using the Ant Coin or Ant Network social media platform, which means the project, if it is legit, is likely to fail. And besides that, if we consider the lack of transparency, so no information about the company, the white paper just being superficial and not containing any detailed information, and just briefly mentioning that it's a Tron-based token, and the fact that they are offering already paid packages to boost your mining rate, so they can actually make real money, makes it very much look like a scam and a waste of time. However, at the end of the day, as mentioned in the beginning of the video, you have to ask yourself, what do you actually have to lose? So for me personally, I will keep using Ant Network and press the button once per day during the window where I'm pressing all the other buttons, because it won't make a huge difference for me. If however, despite my current opinion, Ant Network pulls through, develops their social media platform, the video sharing solution and so on, and Ant coins eventually have a real value, so I can trade them, those would be the coins that I would likely instantly sell at whatever value I can. Because as mentioned, I don't believe that Ant Network has an actual future, even if they develop those platforms for reasons that are already mentioned. Now last but not least, if you missed it in the beginning, if you haven't signed up for Ant Network yet, and you also want to give it a try, you can use the link and the referral code in the description down below to get 1 Ant coin sign up bonus. However, as mentioned, if somebody else already told you about Ant Network before you watch this video, please go ahead and use their referral code, because they technically invited you and they deserve to get the reward from you being active. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notification on, so you don't miss out on any of the new contents. I will see you in the next video.